Well, welcome back, everybody. This is Troy Fullwood with Pinnacle Investments and the Thriving Investor. And hey, I got a question for you that just came across my desk, and I want to answer this for everybody out there. So here's the question. I have no experience in buying real estate. I've always rented. Work has me moving frequently. Only have 500 cash, 630 FICO, and I need to build some wealth, and I'm very weary of large purchases. What should I read and what kind of real estate, including where in the US, should I invest? So number one question is, what should I read? Well, I recommend Rich Dad, Poor Dad, great book by Robert Kiyosaki. Also, if you want to learn about notes, I would recommend Power of Paper, which is written by me. Two books to start off with that will give you some great foundational aspects of both the debt space, and then Kiyosaki really talks about more of the mindset style, the mindset that it takes, as especially the fact that you're weary of large purchases and starting to understand and build that, but also goes into a little bit of the investing side of it as well. So I would start with those two books. You can get them on Amazon, or you can grab the audio version, whatever works for your style of learning. Second part of this question is, what kind of real estate, including where in the US, should I invest in? I would invest where you're working or where you live. Even here in the Phoenix marketplace, there's lots of properties to invest in that will achieve a wide array of returns. And so keep that in mind. Even if you buy retail, if the market's going up, you're going to ultimately create more equity and get a return on your money. Now, if the market goes down, you're obviously going to lose that, but you're also going to lose that in rental properties and multifamily and commercial and everything else as far as equity is concerned. I wouldn't necessarily go into this as an investing model. I would maybe go at this more as a home purchase model, and I would buy a home that you could maybe find below market value would be a great start. If you're handy at fixing and repairing and things like that, you might find a home that's even way below market value that requires some effort in regards to fixing up. You can also find houses across the country that you could buy on a lease purchase, rent to own, or seller financing model as well that need those types of added value. It's an added value play. You put your sweat equity into it, and obviously it increases in value. Those are phenomenal ways to get a return, not only on your effort, but also on your monies, especially if you have very limited capital like this person does here. So that's my answer. I would start by buying a house for yourself first. That way, because you're already renting somewhere, so why spend that money on rent when you could buy a house for yourself and start building appreciation and equity in a roof over your head? And not to mention, you can make it a place to call home for yourself. So that's what I would start with. That's what I would do. And as far as terms and things like that, I would certainly keep an eye on if your work does move you around frequently, as this question says. I would also see how that mirrors up and matches up with what you're doing as well. One thing you might consider is maybe look for a duplex. So you could live in one side of it, you could rent out the other side of it, and start the cash flowing aspect of that. You can find those with seller financing, which sometimes will require very little down, if any. And you could in turn live in one side. So if your work does in fact move you down the road, you could move and rent out the second side or the side that you're living in. So just an idea. Find a duplex, triplex, fourplex type model. Depending upon, it sounds like you're a single person. That gives you a lot of flexibility, unlike somebody that might be married. So, all right, with that being said, this is Troy Full, the Thriving Investor. Hey, thank you so much for taking a moment to listen to today's question and today's answer. Like the page, okay? Share the page. Leave a comment on today's question. You got other questions, send them into our office. You can send them into support@pinnacle-investments.com. Send them in. We're going to be answering questions for the next several weeks coming down the road. But make sure you like this and share it. Don't be afraid to share it. Share it on social media profiles and things of that nature. leave a comment. Love you guys. Have a great day. Take care. This is Troy Fullwood, the Thriving Investor.